Joining us on the broadcast, Ambassador Basmati Mukherjee is with us. Mohammed Ali Shah joining us on the broadcast as well. Let me take the opportunity to introduce RVS Mani, who's on the broadcast as well, and Professor Madhav Nalapat, Editorial Director of the Sunday Guardian. Major Shah, Saudi establishment ban on an organization which has a major headquarter in New Delhi. The Maulana who runs it does not respond. Now, one of the flock has been found taking hostages in the US. There is no response. Why are we looking at authorities? What is the duty here of the leadership of the Tablighi Jamaat sitting here in New Delhi, in the heart of New Delhi, literally next to Humayun's tomb, to come out and say, listen, we don't represent and we disown such kind of behavior?
Rishabh, it's really very unfortunate that the hostage has turned out to be from the Tablighi Jamaat, which again gives a reason to point a finger at Tablighi Jamaat once again. But having said that, I see Tablighi Jamaat is actually an umbrella organization, as we all understand, even you understand that. And Saudi Arabia had not banned the Tablighi Jamaat, they had banned a group from Tablighi Jamaat. Now, so I'll give us for example, I mean, it is rather unfortunate, and I really condemn the entire hostage incident that took place at the synagogue. I'll give us for example, the lady Al-Qaeda, Dr. Asifa Siddiqui. Asifa Siddiqui, she is from MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. She is from the Brandeis University, where she obtained her doctorate from. Now, we cannot say, oh, because she is from MIT or from the Brandeis University or from the Baccalaureate University. So we cannot say that. That is why she is like this. That's her individual thing. Everybody else I know from MIT, from Brandeis are doing so well. They're doing extremely well. So there's one bad egg over there planted there, right? Similarly, now when this gentleman, I don't know if I should call him a gentleman or not, when this rogue rather I would say, when he comes out and he gives a bad name to the entire Tablighi Jamaat, which is already under the scanner for various reasons. So it also gives a reason, rightly so, I will not deny it. I mean, no, when people are pointing fingers towards Tablighi Jamaat, it's not irrational, it's out of a reason. There's no denying that at all. So I respect and I appreciate that.
What should the response, I'm trying to figure out, Major Shah, look, if Malik Akram belonged to a cricket club in the UK, we're not expecting the cricket club to come out and explain whether it's a radical den or not. But this is an organization that preaches articles of faith. Incident has happened of a hostage taking which has been done on the basis of misguided articles of faith. The man has felt that the Jews are the enemy and they should be held hostage. Very similar, as Ambassador Mukherjee pointed out, to what happened in the Chabad house, and has happened for a long period of time. We all know what's happening in the Middle East, and it's a major crisis that's been going on for 1,000 years since the Crusade started. So when on an article of faith, a member or alleged member of the flock does a terrorist act, the leaders of the organization, what responsibility falls upon them? What responsibility falls upon the Maulana of the Tablighi Markaz in New Delhi today?
Very good question, Rishabh, and through your channel and through this question of yours, I would like to appeal to the Maulana of the Tablighi Jamaat Markaz and to the entire group to please be more transparent about your activities. Please, the world should know what you actually do. Publish on your websites. In fact, the intelligence is keeping a hawk's eye on you. Yes, they have a minute-to-minute information about what the Tablighi Jamaat does, who comes there, what his proof of residence, what his addresses are, yes. But it is very important not just to make the Tablighi Jamaat their identity given to the IAB, to the police, but to the common public, so that the people know exactly what work they are doing. And I really think it is their responsibility in order to prevent any bad name falling further upon them and to the entire Muslim community as a whole. Well, I know for a fact,
it's
the Tablighi Jamaat is not actually a terrorist organization. They indulge in spreading education rather. Now, when a few bad eggs from there come out, like as we discussed once earlier, for example, in a school there are 1,000 students, and if one person from there or two persons come as a bad egg, that does not mean that the entire school is bad.
No, because I'll give you a similar example. I mean, it's not as extreme as that, but you know, there were a couple of events that were held, you know, in the guise of a Dharm Sabha, which was just gali galoch events, designed by people who thought that you know, talking nonsense is a good way to infamy. It is then incumbent on everyone else to say, no, this is not done. So similarly, I'm trying to figure out, whenever an incident happens and we say, oh, why is Modi not responding? Why is the government not responding? Why are they not commenting? Why are they not commenting? Why are they not commenting? I'm trying to figure out what is the responsibility now of a leadership of an organization that can justifiably say does not represent extremist entities. Why are they silent?
Right. You know, they may not be silent for all you know. They might be speaking up in their own little way through whatever medium that they have, through their own Facebook or Twitter or through their WhatsApp groups or wherever, or small YouTube videos or whatever medium that they would be there within their reach. Now, again, I would reinstate the fact that they have to come out more vocal about the fact that they are not responsible for any of these people who come out as extremists or radicals or terrorists out of these organizations. They should come out.
No, because you should have a to-do list that, listen, this is what we expect our members to represent. This is the standard we hold you to. Mohammed Ali Shah, what do we do to have this sense of ownership, because the sense of victimization is all prevailing? That comes out and bubbles out all through. But a sense of ownership of something when it goes wrong has to cut both ways. So if something went wrong in the Delhi police handling of the event in the Markaz during the lockdown, that matter is now before the courts. The Delhi High Court has roasted the Delhi police that you should have handled this better. It's out in the public domain. But when it comes to a matter of murky terrorism and Al-Qaeda, nobody wants to speak about it. Why?
You know, Rishabh, I am in agreement with what Professor Nalappat said. You know, I totally agree with him there. You know, and in fact, the major chunk of the damage, the major casualties to Muslims have been caused by Muslims itself. Like, for example, organizations like Al-Qaeda, like Lashkar-e-Toiba, like Jaish-e-Mohammed, like Taliban, like ISIS. They are the ones who cause the maximum damage on the entire Islam community. I have written an open letter, in fact, to Jaish-e-Mohammed, the terrorist outfit, when the Pulwama attacks took place. And that letter, in fact, your channel had covered it very widely, had over 10 million shares on social media in a single day. Why? Because I had slammed these terror organizations who give a bad name to the entire Muslim community. As Mr. Mani said, since 2003, he has been observing the Tablighi Jamaat. Well, he has his own reasons, because he's not saying out of the box. He's not saying out of a ghalat fahmi or a hatred. He has his own reasons. Why? Because these people, in few specimens in that, yes, have brought bad name to the entire community, just like these terrorist organizations have got. So that is the basic root. The origin of Islamophobia comes from these characters, from these doubtful characters actually, not from, I will not say from the right-wing Hindu groups, no. From there the actually hate spreads in. And in that open letter which I had written, I had explained very sensibly that the word Muslim takes a beating because the people like Tablighi Jamaat was not very transparent. So people would obviously, and there is, as Professor Nalappat said, religion is a very personal matter. My belief in my faith is between me and my God. No third party over there. But the moment I say, okay, I follow a certain sect of Islam, only my religion is good, other people is nonsense, that is wrong.
Thank you, my guest.